y'all, it's Dorothy from PrepInYourStep.com, and I'm so thrilled to be back filming a video for y'all. This is something that I had done a post on a while ago and thought some of y'all could benefit from, especially because it's October, we've been in school for a while, and we're starting to get into those months where it's colder, harder to get out of bed in the morning. So these are my tips for becoming a morning person. I wouldn't say I'm like always a morning person. I love mornings, but I don't love waking up in the morning. So I'm sure some of y'all can relate to that because a lot of times I just hit snooze far too many times. But I thought that sharing these tips with y'all would be a great way to kind of encourage you to get your day started and start being productive sooner. So here are my tips for becoming a morning person. These tips aren't necessarily in any order of importance, but my first tip for y'all is to lay out your clothes the night before. I'm so tempted to be like, no, like I have in my head what I'm gonna wear, and like my closet is right there. It's all there, like I don't have to worry about it. But it's so much faster in the morning if I have it all laid out, shoes included, everything's together, I don't have to worry about it. So laying out your clothes in the morning will make it so that you can get a little bit more time in bed. Next is to get excited about your breakfast in your morning. So I love breakfast, I love coffee. Currently have some behind me that I'm kind of trying to kickstart my day with. And I love the skim. So those are kind of my encouragements to get out of bed. I will turn on my light after turning off my alarm, and I'll allow myself to sit in bed and read the skim. So if you don't know what the skim is, it's basically a news service, and it's emailed to you. I actually made an app on my phone for it just because it's a lot more convenient that way for me, and it just tells you what's going on in the world, but you skim it, so it's pretty short. So I turn on my light and read that in bed for maybe 5 minutes, and then I finally get up out of bed, go make myself breakfast, and go make myself coffee, and that kind of gets me energized. And that's especially so when I know that I have like, oh, a certain type of coffee that's my favorite, or I'm gonna make my favorite breakfast, or I have leftovers from the day before for breakfast. Leftover like breakfast things, that sounded weird. So having something to be excited about also gets me out of bed a lot faster. Another one would be set your alarm and put it out of reach. This isn't something that I personally do, but I know it could be really helpful. I actually use an app, it's called Sleep Cycle. I talked about it in my What's on My iPhone video over the summer, and it's incredible. And it wakes you up in the 30-minute span between, like, say I was waking up at 7, between 6:30 and 7 when you're in your lightest sleep, so you actually keep it on your bed and it monitors your movement. So I can't put my alarm away from me, but if I didn't use this, I would definitely have to do that because I am a chronic snoozer. I hit snooze so many times, which leads me into my next point. Don't hit snooze. Do as I say, not as I do. I am really bad about this one, but I've tried to become better. Last year, my roommate and I, for Lent, we were like, all right, we're not hitting snooze, which was a funny way for us to try to like get into a better habit. But especially with my Sleep Cycle alarm clock, it wakes me up when I'm in my lightest sleep. So I really shouldn't hit snooze just to get a couple more minutes because I'm going to wake up more tired. So if you don't have that app and you're interested in a way to like help you get up and go earlier, I would definitely recommend trying it out. But otherwise I would put your alarm further away so that you can't hit snooze. Okay, when it comes to the night before, there's some preparations. You lay out your clothes, and you should also avoid screen time like 30 minutes to an hour before you go to bed. This is hard because I do homework all night and then I'm finally getting in bed and I'm like, oh, I wonder what happened on social media, or I want to check my emails and I'm like, I really shouldn't, because that's harder for your eyes to adjust. So try to avoid screen time. I know that can be difficult, but it'll make it so that you also go to bed earlier, which is my next tip. So I know it can be tempting to like look at your phone and do all of that, but 30 minutes later, after going through all your social media and texting all these random people, you're finally going to bed and you could have slept for 30 more minutes. So try to just like set the phone away, get in bed, get into the habit of reading. That's been really great. I've been trying to ease back into that when I don't have any tests or something coming up, but try not to be looking at your phone all night. This tip is probably the most random, but could very well be the most helpful. Drink a lot of water before going to bed. I know you're probably like, what are you talking about? But if you're drinking a lot of water and you go to bed, you're gonna have to go to the bathroom when you wake up. And so when that alarm goes off and you don't want to get out of bed, you're gonna realize that like, oh wow, I really need to use the restroom, which is gonna force you to get out of bed and make your bed and get your morning going. So those are kind of my tips. Personally, I have, like I said, I love the mornings. I don't love getting out of bed, but I'm the type of person that once I'm up, I'm up. That's if, you know, like once I've hit the snooze for the last time, at least I'm up. So I like to give myself 2.5 hours if like I have that luxury. I mean, obviously if I didn't get much sleep the night before, I'm not going to sacrifice sleep for just a longer time to get ready and, you know, do homework and be productive in the morning. Currently 8:15 and I woke up at around 7, so I did some homework, I got ready, and then I was like, I'm going to sit down and film a video because this is when I have time to do it. So it's all about working with your schedule, and last night I got plenty of sleep, so I didn't have to worry about, you know, getting a full 8 hours or, you know, setting my alarm later just so that I could sleep more. So if you do go to bed earlier, you can wake up earlier, and I'm always a lot more productive in the morning. So if y'all have any tips for becoming a morning person or making it easier to wake up in the morning, definitely leave them below because I'm sure other people are curious about this as well, and we can all help each other out down there. And if y'all have any video requests at all, please leave them below. I'm trying to get back onto an upload schedule just because life has been crazy, but I have a lot of fun things planned for y'all in the near future, so stay tuned. And if you are looking for me and I don't have a new video, definitely go check out my blog and social media. That is always linked below. I'll talk to y'all later. Bye.